Hello, Share Bears. Welcome back. I am giving the forewarning on every video I will be taping and recording in this summer month, or as we like to call it in Canada, construction. We are having our road torn up this summer. We do have the oldest road in Hinton, so it is good that it is being redone, including sewers, sidewalks, road, which is awesome. We will be having some trees removed from our street, which will be awesome because then we'll get sun in our front of our house where we grow moss instead of grass. So yeah, so it could be noisy because they are starting to tear up. They weren't supposed to start till May 7th, according to the sign, but they started April 30th, which I can't blame them. It's plus 20 and beautiful outside, so I can't blame them for that. So there may be some noise. I do have my windows closed so that there's no noise coming in that shouldn't be, but I mean, backhoes and diggers and big trucks to take away soil, that's what happens. So I will get right into this. This is my year-long project pan. This is the one that runs from July to June 30th of this year. I am happy to say that this project has gone very well. I chose 20 items at the beginning of this project, and I am down to sitting here with 4 items that I will have to show you a little bit of progress on and nothing more. My first product that I had chosen was the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I hit pan on 3 of the colors, which was my goal, so I put that back in my collection. The next one was the e.l.f. Nude Rose Gold palette, which my goal was to hit pan in 3. I decluttered it because I could not work with it anymore. It was just, that's it. If I don't like a product, if I'm finding I resent it in the end, I'm pretty much decluttering them, giving them to my kids, my daughters, whatever, but with the exception of one that I had in another project because it was bloody expensive, but I'm considering it to do now. So, the next one was my ColourPop single in Hanky Panky. My goal was to hit pan. I finished that. Fourth one was Marc Jacobs Black Liner. It was a deluxe size. I finally used it up. It took a long time to do it though, considering it was a deluxe. Next was my ColourPop Gel Pot and Best Oh, it was a gel eyeliner. I had to give up on it. It just dried out too much, and yeah, the problem with gel liners, right? But I did use a good portion of it before it dried up. Next was originally a Silk Naturals pigment in Raspberry Beret, but I ended up having to replace it because of irritation to my eye with it, and I chose to use my Annabelle matte single in Taupe, and if you could see, there is a significant dip. My goal was to use as much as I could originally, but I think I may be able to hit pan in this before the end of this project. This was my breakout for the last year, because when I swatched this I was like, this is kind of awful, like awful, but let me tell you, this is like best transition shade ever. I love it. So it was my surprise breakout product of 2017. If you can get your hands on the Annabelle matte shadows, don't trust swatches, trust what happens on your lid. So next was my Nudestix Stylus and Setting Gel. Of course, I lost the Stylus part because it fell down my grade. The gel is still going. Still going. There is a lot of gel in this thing. Obviously, because I used it today and I still have gel on it, so I'm going to say it's still good. Go Nudestix. My goal is to use it up. I don't know at this point if I will. To be honest, I use it every day, but you don't need a whole lot, right? It's just set your eyebrows. I don't know if I'll use it up, but I'm trying. I'm trying. And I don't hate it. It's a good setting gel. I've even used it even when I haven't done my brows, like put any eyebrow pencil in it, I've still used it. And it's just like put my eyebrows in place so that they're at least semi-presentable. Next was my Mary Kay brow gel. I did use that up. And a Mary Kay Shy blush, which I ended up decluttering because I did not like it, and it is the reason I'd never buy NARS Orgasm. Not say everybody says it's a dupe that I've talked to. I don't need NARS Orgasm. I'm probably one of the few YouTubers that does not want that. Next was ColourPop Birthday Suit Blush. My goal was to hit pan. That was done. That was done pretty quickly. e.l.f. bronzing palette. Again, made my 2017. Love that bronzer. I hit pan in it and put it away because I wasn't using my other bronzers that were in my projects because I loved it so much. So once I hit pan, I put it away so that out of sight, out of mind, because I keep everything in baskets. Next was the e.l.f. or the Faced Deluxe bronzer, the Chocolate Soliel Bronzer. I ended up hitting pan and then decluttering. I was originally going to use it up, but it started, I don't know, I have a full size of it. This is the really bad part. I have a full size of this, and I don't know if I'll use it now. I know my daughter will use it though, so it's not a bad thing because she loves it. I just, after using that deluxe for so long, and then I noticed it was almost getting like a grayish tinge to it. I don't know if it was going bad. It just didn't look as right on my skin, and yeah, I decluttered it. So next was a vintage rose gold highlighting palette, which my goal was to hit pan. I hit pan using it as an eyeshadow because it was a great sparkly eyeshadow. I think it was a little too gold for my cheeks for a highlighter, but it worked beautifully. Like, it made my eyes pop when I would use it. So I do still have that. I'll probably re-look at it again in the future. Next was my e.l.f. HD loose powder. I used that up. What a mess. I'm glad to see they have changed the packaging on that. That's great. That's awesome because it's a good powder. It actually made my 2017 favorites. The only downside is the packaging, or was the packaging. Number 15 was my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I used that up, and I would consider repurchasing that at some point if I didn't have 5,000 foundations. I'm being a little over dramatic there, but I do have a lot of foundations. But I will say it doesn't hit my top 5. So it'd be one of those things, if they discontinued one, it would possibly move into that spot. Next was my Maybelline Cushion Foundation. My goal is to use it up. I used it up. It was an okay product. Do I love it? Do I hate it? It was great if I just wanted to do like a one and done. Like, I want it done fast, and it worked great for that. Not the longest lasting, but not my least favorite foundation by any means. Next is my ColourPop lip liner, no snap. And are we getting this ColourPop lip liner yet? I have a backup of this. This is my favorite lip liner, and it has been sharpened several times. Like, when I started, it was the full size. Like, and let's see. Okay, here's a good representation. It was up here, and now it's all the way down here. So I am using this and loving it, and it's what I wore today. I wore this with the lip gloss on top. It's been my go-to look lately. So still in here. And like I said, I have a backup. It's my favorite lip liner, hands down. Next was my Too Faced Melted Peony deluxe size lipstick, and I actually had to declutter that one because it was getting cakey and it smelled funny and it was like peeling off. Next was my Revlon Seduction. My goal is to use it up. I used it up. It's done. The last one, and probably my least used product of this whole thing, is my Bite lipstick in Sugarcane. My goal is to use this up. I am not going to get this used up. This is a matte lipstick, so you don't have to reapply, and that's the problem with it. I don't have to reapply. I've used it and topped it with lip gloss or whatever, but you don't have to keep reapplying it to a point where I'm not even going to show you because it hasn't changed. I didn't use this even once in the last month. So that's everything for my July to June 30th year-long project pan. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm sorry there wasn't much of an update on these. I mean, the Annabelle and the ColourPop, yes, but I can't show you progress on the gel, and there is no progress on the lipstick. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Much love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.